Every day, millions of people around the world connect to public Wi-Fi networks, in airports, cafés, hotels, shopping malls, and even buses. It's fast, it's free, and it's convenient. But beneath this convenience lies one of the most underestimated digital threats of our time. Public Wi-Fi, the thing that helps us check our emails, make payments, or scroll social media on the go, can also be the open door that hackers use to invade our private lives. Many people assume that if a Wi-Fi network has a password, it's safe. Others think, I'm not doing anything important, so why would anyone target me? But both of these assumptions can be dangerously wrong. Hackers don't always need to target individuals. In fact, they often set traps and wait for anyone to walk through them. And when you connect to public Wi-Fi, your phone or laptop can start sending data packets through a shared network. If that network is unsecured, those packets can be intercepted, sometimes in seconds. In this video, we'll break down exactly how hackers steal data from public Wi-Fi, what tricks they use, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself. But first, let's understand why public Wi-Fi is inherently dangerous. Unlike your home Wi-Fi, public networks are shared among strangers. You don't control the router. You don't know who else is connected. And you definitely don't know whether someone on the same network is silently watching the traffic pass by. Most public Wi-Fi networks don't use encryption strong enough to stop data from being monitored. And even when they do, hackers can use advanced techniques to bypass those protections. Picture this. You walk into a coffee shop, order your drink, and connect to free cafe Wi-Fi. You check your messages, browse a few sites, maybe do some online shopping. Everything seems normal, but at the next table, someone has a laptop running a simple network sniffing tool. In real time, they can see every unencrypted request your device sends. Passwords, emails, browsing activity, even credit card details, all of it can be exposed. That's why cybersecurity experts repeatedly warn that public Wi-Fi is one of the most common attack vectors for data theft today. And it's not just hackers in hoodies hiding in the corner. Sometimes, the Wi-Fi itself is the trap. To understand how data theft happens on public Wi-Fi, we need to understand what's actually happening when your device connects to a network. Imagine a Wi-Fi network like a crowded hallway. Every device is like a person carrying letters. These letters are your data packets. When you send a message, visit a website, or log into an app, your device is handing these letters to the hallway to be delivered. On a secure private network, the hallway is monitored, locked, and only trusted people are allowed inside. But on a public network, that hallway is open to everyone. Hackers simply stand in the hallway and watch letters go by. This process is often called packet sniffing. Using software like Wireshark, a hacker can passively monitor traffic on a public network. They don't need to break into your device. They just quietly collect the data flowing through the network. The second method is called a man-in-the-middle attack, or MITM. In this scenario, the hacker actually places themselves between you and the server you're communicating with. It's like handing your letter to the hacker first, then they open it, read it, reseal it, and pass it on to the real destination, and you never notice. This can happen when a hacker sets up a fake access point, also called an evil twin network. These fake Wi-Fi hotspots are designed to look legitimate, often with names like free airport Wi-Fi or hotel guest network. When you connect, you're not joining the real network, but the hacker's clone. Everything you send goes through them first. Another trick involves exploiting unencrypted HTTP connections. While HTTPS is standard now, not all websites enforce it properly. Hackers can downgrade connections or target apps that use insecure APIs. They may also exploit something called ARP spoofing, where they trick your device into sending data to the wrong MAC address, effectively rerouting traffic through their machine. All of these techniques share one thing in common: they don't need physical access to your device. The weakness lies in the open nature of the network itself. And what's scary is that most of these tools are freely available online. You don't need to be a genius hacker to perform these attacks. A beginner with a laptop and basic tutorials can set up a sniffing attack in less than 10 minutes. Let's break down some of the most common ways hackers steal data on public Wi-Fi, methods that are used in real coffee shops, airports, and hotels every single day. First, The evil twin attack. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book, and it still works today. A hacker sets up their own Wi-Fi hotspot with a name almost identical to the legitimate one. If the real network is called Starbucks_Wi-Fi, the hacker might name theirs Starbucks_free Wi-Fi. You connect without thinking twice. From that moment, everything you do online flows through the hacker's system. They can capture login credentials, see browsing habits, or even inject malicious code into the data stream. Second, packet sniffing, a passive but powerful method. Hackers run sniffing tools on their laptops, quietly collecting data packets from everyone on the network. They look for patterns, credentials sent in plaintext, or session tokens. Even if your passwords are encrypted, valuable metadata like visited sites, device info, and timing data can be extracted. Third, man-in-the-middle attacks. By redirecting traffic through their device, hackers can intercept even encrypted communications. They may use forged security certificates to trick your browser into accepting their server as legitimate. This allows them to eavesdrop, alter data, or inject fake pages. Fourth, phishing over Wi-Fi. Hackers sometimes redirect users to fake login portals. You open your browser, and before going online, you see a login page that looks official, maybe asking you to accept terms, or enter your email to continue. But it's a trap. You hand over your credentials without realizing it. Fifth, session hijacking. If you're logged into a website, that session often uses cookies or tokens. Hackers sniff these tokens and reuse them to impersonate you, without ever needing your password. Finally, malware injection. On some public networks, hackers actively modify the data you receive, inserting malicious code into unencrypted traffic. This can infect your device silently. What's shocking is how easily these attacks can be executed. In cybersecurity training, ethical hackers demonstrate these methods to raise awareness, and many of them take just minutes to set up. But theory alone doesn't show the full picture. Real-world cases reveal how damaging these attacks can be. Let's look at a few real-world examples and statistics that show just how dangerous public Wi-Fi attacks can be. In 2018, a cybersecurity researcher set up a fake, free airport Wi-Fi hotspot at a major European airport. Within just 30 minutes, over 250 people connected. Some entered personal emails, others accessed bank accounts, and several even typed in work VPN credentials. All of it was captured. In another case, a hacker in a coffee shop intercepted login details from a group of conference attendees. They were accessing shared documents over unsecured Wi-Fi. The hacker later demonstrated how he gained access to sensitive corporate files, all without touching their devices. Statistics from Symantec show that over 60% of people believe public Wi-Fi is safe, and nearly half connect to it weekly. Yet, more than 1 in 5 public networks are vulnerable to basic sniffing attacks. A study by Norton found that 87% of users have logged into personal accounts or accessed sensitive information over public Wi-Fi, often without using any protection. These numbers reveal a troubling gap between perception and reality. For hackers, public Wi-Fi is like a fishing pond. They cast a net, and people walk right in. So what can you do to protect yourself? The good news is, with a few smart habits and tools, you can dramatically reduce your risk. Now let's talk about protection. Here are practical, effective ways to stay safe when using public Wi-Fi. 1. Avoid accessing sensitive accounts like online banking or private emails on public Wi-Fi whenever possible. 2. Use HTTPS everywhere. Make sure the websites you visit use HTTPS, not HTTP. A secure connection prevents basic sniffing. 3. Use a virtual private network (VPN). A trusted VPN encrypts your entire internet connection, even on public networks. This is one of the best defenses against MITM and sniffing attacks. 4. Turn off automatic Wi-Fi connections. Don't let your device connect to any network without your permission. 5. Use your mobile data for critical tasks. A personal hotspot is safer than public Wi-Fi. 6. Keep your device's firewall enabled and your OS updated. Updates often patch network vulnerabilities. 7. Don't share files or enable AirDrop Bluetooth on public networks. These can be exploited by nearby attackers. 8. Use multi-factor authentication. Even if a hacker steals your password, MFA can block them from accessing your accounts. Finally, stay alert. If a network name looks suspicious, or if your browser shows certificate warnings, disconnect immediately. Public Wi-Fi is not inherently evil, but it's inherently risky. Awareness and caution are your best defenses. Music swells gently. In a world where connectivity is everywhere, security often comes down to the small choices we make every day. The next time you connect to public Wi-Fi, remember, convenience should never come at the cost of your privacy. Stay smart, stay secure, and take control of your digital life. This is Info Clarity, and we'll see you in the next video.